So we just saw The World According to Monsanto. It's a movie, a French movie, about the corporation Monsanto.
Monsanto is a company that produces Roundup, which is most known for. Monsanto has been genetically modifying their soybean crop so that you can spray Roundup directly on the plant and it will kill everything but the plant. And the film introduces the fact that Monsanto is basically trying to take over the food industry. What we discussed was how we as consumers can go about doing this, and we were really at a loss, but what we're thinking is you can go in and you can go into your grocery store, you can ask people where these products came from, and you can buy organic.
Just ask people, ask the whatever salesperson you find, do you know where this came from? And just kind of follow the chain of employees as far as they can, and press them. One of the guys at Kroger I went to, I asked him first, and I was like, is any of your stuff genetically modified? He said, no, I don't think so. I said, really? What about stuff from Mexico, Brazil, and Fiji, and all these places? And then I got the, no, I don't know, stare. So try it. It's a lot of fun, actually.
I did a search on how many bills are in Congress regarding GMOs right now. There's one. There's one.
What is it?
It has to do, I think, more with the seeds and protecting non-GMO seeds, but it's referred to two different committees. It'll never see the light of day. They don't have a whole lot of control. The poor guy on Ward's Road doesn't have a whole lot of control where his tomatoes come from.
Good thing there's 3 Krogers near Lynchburg.
Local pressure.
But he does have control if he buys it or not.
I don't know. Does he buy it, or does the regional guy buy it and send it to him?
Well, if it's not selling, right? I mean, if I'm talking about the consumer.
Right.
If we say, if this is genetically modified,
Said, I don't know. Said, okay, thank you, and walk out.
Well, a guy, and you start looking at this perfectly ripe, unblemished tomato from Mexico. I mean, we can connect the dots on that, right? Fairly easily.
Costa Rica, no label. What's that name? No label.
No label.
No label.
But to think that produce was labeled, that's a kind of a goofy idea too, right? Do we label produce, but we do it?
It's a goofy idea to get tomatoes from Mexico.
Oh, it is. And look at that tomato. It's perfect. It's red. It's ripe. It's not got a blemish on it.
It has no taste.
No taste. Well, no, but it does what they want it to do.
I guess one thing the film didn't touch on too much, they definitely touched on it, but that's about it, is the health and environmental risks. One of the biggest environmental risks is the contamination, which they talked about. And can contaminate natural plants until they put they're trying to put a type of kill switch in the plant so that it can't reproduce if it blows away. But until then, it can contaminate natural plants. It can create weeds that are super weeds and super pests that are going to be immune to pesticides.
Thinking about documentaries, what if a third of what they said was true? And if it's only a third of what they said was true, it's very scary stuff. We had about 100 students here, and about 30 stayed for the discussion afterwards. It was fairly interesting. People were mostly horrified to find out that a company's trying to own our food.